As with the first trailer, which also opened to Zack and Cloud, soldier in training, the ominous theme of this trailer is things are crumbling, irrelevant, all of the actions and feelings of brave heroes athwart, confetti falling in several scenes, hooded men degrading, and buildings collapsing. The subconscious mind cannot help but remember.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
This theme, crumbling, is likely a quiet but deadly one for Rebirth. Heroism aplenty, all the bliss, fun, love, and the illusion of freedom. But all of this are upon worlds and their sky that are barely holding on. For instance, the cellular decay of soldiers. Is this the fate of Zack and Cloud? No matter what they do, the second theme of the trailer and Rebirth and remake alike. Not silent, it's right in your face. Perspective. What is fact? What is fiction? Whose perspective is accurate? For the series of causal dominoes leading up to right now, without taking the memory 3D reality quantum deep dive, this question remains cosmically auspicious as worlds merge, static spreads across reality, and there seems to be more than one past. Perspective. For instance, is Andrea sharing a stage with Dio? If they are the same, Andre is from Sector 6. Midgar. Who else? From the city of Mako is now in the Golden Heights, where roller coasters dazzle and people dress as they choose and plays with princesses unfurl. And if not the same stage, then why does Andrea use the same moves as Dio? The question conjures, what is the link between these two, master and apprentice? And if this stage is not in Gold Saucer, presumably then it's in Sector 6. If so, then who is watching this performance? Who else might challenge Andrea to a dance-off? And Jill knows Zack lives, and there are two clouds. Eris also now knows, whenever this now is. But then, who else knows? And when will they know it? Eris, Cloud, Soldier, First Class, the one-winged angel. Which version of him? The demi-deity who sees whole timelines and the meanings of existence therein as possibilities and story, but is stuck in Nibelheim, where Watashi was consumed by alien perspective to become Ori, and whose obsession with Cloud has blinded him to another equally dangerous adversary. If this Sephiroth knows, then Zack is no longer in his blind spot. Elmira, Kyrie represent mutually agreed upon phenomena that irrefutably mark where Remake and Zack Lives timelines cross. If the kid who is alright recognizes Mr. Strife, then we, masked benign gods, know where the two Last Stand survivors are and when and what that means. The materia in Zack's Buster Sword is unexplainable by linear thought. The gruesome effects of battle on the survivors here are identical to when crossing the Badlands, time-stamping this portentous meeting of worlds. Likewise, at the Sector 5 church and in Sector 6, the Last Stand survivors are now healed from battle on the exterior, at least. Again, time-stamping these moments as happening later, yet across the Badlands and at the church. No materia, but before and after this iconic place where heroes fall and meet. This place that is now uncovered to be the vestibule of victims who remember more than one world, one past, and dying in one of them, the rule of one. Before and after this place, the Buster Sword has twin green materia. But it is possible the most iconic of swords is also affected by the rule of one. Whatever one soldier, First Class, does to it, the other is witness to. The theme of perspective again. Barrett, unlike in the hallways of a Mako reactor, he now sees Gaia's plight differently, with vigor and hope-bound resolution, though she is in more peril than ever. And Aerith, again, says the future, fate, can be changed, unlike a sad thought she held in a flower-bedecked, dreamy moment. If everything is crumbling, a world barely holding on, will these voiced beliefs of newfound promise also find that the illusion of freedom entraps just as well as steel walls and sky and demigods do? Though through terrible loss, the play has lost its curtains. No more do blind demigods, following the edicts of viral destiny, take away the free will and lives of heroes. But is the play over? Is it still a tragedy? Extinction. 7 seconds until the end of the world. What will you do? Will you be on the world that survives? At the edge of creation, Watashi Sephiroth still believed destiny needs to be beaten. Of destiny, this marks the first instance since the new dawn of remake that the whispers have been witnessed by remasked benign gods. These arbiters who allowed sentient life to flourish for untold millennia and never threw Cetra across rooms. These feelers who watched the untamed majesty of Final Fantasy VII and never once destroyed the free will or the lives of the people therein. These beings who by cosmic accident from cosmic horror represent the first instance in all creation where the scions of destiny embody to 3D linear time to discover self-identity. These children who might have free will see the universe through their own eyes, not that of an alien's, and no longer be genocidal monsters.